What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update today, 2021, as well as the next upcoming two stimulus packages. Well, the next stimulus package and the next physical infrastructure package, as well as what's going on in the world today. Don't forget to hit the like button for us. It really helps out our channel, and let's jump right in. And at the end of this video, I've been getting a lot of people who've been asking about that Wonka bar, and I will show you. The details of it here at the end of this video. First up, Dr. Scott Gottlieb says that vaccinations are not the only factor driving the U.S. COVID cases down. He says that other factors include warming weather, cautious behavior, and the fact that a portion of unvaccinated Americans have been previously infected. Around 33 million United States people have been infected, and that's just what they know about. There's obviously been other people who were tested positive but never actually went into a doctor's office. He says, quote, "I think we're going to have a very quiet summer with respect to coronavirus spread, and then have to contend with it again as we head into the winter." Now, this comes as the rest of the world is pretty much at an all-time high for new virus cases and deaths per day. As the US is kind of trending down, the rest of the world is trending up with all these virus variants and mutated strains going on across the world, with new mutations popping up almost every month. Do you think that it'll get worse again as we go into the winter, as cases are coming down right now, but do you think that these variations will make things worse again in the winter, or do you think we could be coming out of this completely by the end of the year? Vaccine boosters may become necessary in the future as both the major two pharmaceutical companies, Pfizer and Moderna, are already producing and testing what they're calling booster shots. They're saying that you may have to get another shot, a third shot, called a booster shot, 6 to 12 months after your initial first two shots, and that they're even testing a once a year shot, which would be very similar to the flu vaccine or the flu. When you go get a flu shot, it's actually a flu vaccine. And every year there's a slightly different strain in the flu shot based on that year's mutations. And I personally think that that is how COVID-19 is the path that it's going right now, along with the shots and the pharmaceutical companies. I think that it's probably going to become a yearly thing. I also think there's a very high chance that the government will make this mandatory for school children in the future. I'm not sure if it'll be for this fall, but probably almost certainly for next fall. As remember, children are already required to have multiple different vaccines to go to public school right now. And I think it just the way everything's looking and kind of the path that they're going, I think it seems very likely that they will include the COVID-19 vaccine at some point in the future. Let me know your thoughts if you think that will happen, if you think that should happen. Now, some countries, including the European Union, multiple different countries there, as well as the Bahamas, are opening back up to U.S. travelers and other travelers. However, they are requiring a vaccine and proof of a vaccine, which is vaccine identification, or some people call it a vaccine passport. And this is a very controversial issue. We've actually had multiple different Republican states here in the United States outlaw this by a executive order, a state executive order, banning what's called vaccine passports, or being forced to show that you've gotten your vaccine identification to gain entry into anything. And I actually reported on this earlier. It wasn't a Carnival Cruise Line. It's actually Norwegian Cruise Line, who is the third largest cruise line in the world. That Norwegian Cruise Lines may actually pull all of their ships out of Florida ports and not cruise out of Florida at all, because the Florida governor, Ron DeSantis, has outlawed or banned vaccine passports, and Norwegian wants to require a vaccination to board their cruise ships. So this is kind of the battle that's going on right now over vaccine identification and whether or not you should need to show it. The CDC new guidelines says that if you're vaccinated, fully vaccinated with 2 shots of Pfizer or Moderna or 1 shot of Johnson and Johnson, then you don't need to wear a mask indoors or outdoors or in crowded settings. But if we're going by that, how do you know who's been fully vaccinated? And that's kind of the struggle that's going on right now as they're trying to kind of incentivize vaccines via, hey, you won't have to wear a mask, and also these new vaccine lotteries where they're literally giving away millions of dollars to people who've been vaccinated to try to help increase vaccine support. Yes, that's right. Multiple different states are giving away even millions of dollars to people who've been vaccinated through what they're calling vaccine lotteries. Ohio will give 5 different people $1 million each in their COVID-19 lottery. Ohio says that their Vax a Million program, which is at ohiovaxamillion.com, VAXA million.com, no dashes, that they're giving away 5 $1 million prizes as well as 5 full-time scholarships to universities in Ohio if you're vaccinated, trying to increase people to go and get this. New York is going to be giving away a $5 million prize to somebody who's vaccinated from New York, along with all sorts of other prizes through the New York lottery system, which is anywhere from a couple dollars up to $50,000 per person, in addition to the $5 million. However, for the $5 million giveaway from New York, you have to get vaccinated between May 24th and May 28th, which does leave out people who have been vaccinated previously, unfortunately, for this particular program. Governor Cuomo says the more New Yorkers we can get vaccinated, the better our situation and the faster we can return to a new normal. So I encourage everyone who hasn't been vaccinated yet to go to your nearest site and get the shot, says Governor Andrew Cuomo in a press release. Maryland Governor Larry Hogan has announced a new vaccine lottery, which has $40,000 cash prizes every single day and a final daily drawing with a feature of a grand prize of $400,000 on July 4th. Oregon also has a $1 million vaccine lottery, and West Virginia has $100 gift cards or savings bonds for West Virginians ages 16 through 35 who can now register for that $100. President Biden also said something very interesting about student loan forgiveness here yesterday. President Biden says in an interview with the New York Times that he doesn't agree with the government should have to pay $70,000 a year for a University of Pennsylvania student to go to college, an estimated figure that was almost exactly right for the University of Pennsylvania, as it is just around $70,000 per year. His comments come days after progressive Senator Elizabeth Warren and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer urged President Biden again to cancel up to $50,000 in student loans per borrower. In the past, President Biden has proposed canceling up to $10,000 in student loan debt and all debt for those who attended a public college or a historically black college or a university HBCU, which the University of Pennsylvania is not. What's interesting here is that number one, we know that he is for at least $10,000 in student loan forgiveness, but I don't recall seeing that he was in favor of canceling all debt for those who attended a public college or an HBCU. So that could be very interesting to see that happen. Now, in addition to student loan forgiveness, President Biden's already done 3 mini rounds of student loan forgiveness. $2.3 billion for the first and second round that goes to people who have been defrauded by their college closed on them, or they have permanent disabilities. And round 3 is the new repausing of interest, garnishment, and payments for additional 1 million people. Now, this is separate from what they want going forward of the $10 to $50,000 of student loan forgiveness. President Biden has said he's willing to do $10,000 of that, but we haven't seen that happen quite yet. They're also proposing a new college reform in the next bill, which will be 2 years of free community college included for all Americans, and 2 years of, well, I should say all Americans making below an income threshold, which will likely be the same as the third stimulus check. So if you receive the past stimulus checks, part of these next two packages could be 2 years of free community college and 2 years of free preschool. So if you're an adult, you'll be able to send your kids to preschool for free, not have to pay for it. In addition to, you might be able to go back to college completely for free, or go to college in the first place completely for free and help you gain additional skills to make more money in the workplace, or even just take some interesting classes that you might find interesting. Senator Bernie Sanders says, in regards to the next stimulus package and the next stimulus check, when Mitch McConnell, the Senate Republican leader, tells us his job is to oppose 100% of President Biden's agenda, we should believe him. Time is running out. We must act quickly to improve the lives of working families with 51 votes in the Senate and pass the next packages through the reconciliation process. He says, quote, "We cannot afford to wait. Let's get it done." This is most recently today, this morning actually, from Senator Bernie Sanders urging the Democrats and President Biden to go ahead and pass the next two packages without Republican support and to pass it through the reconciliation process. And really, the Democrats are urging for a fourth stimulus check to be included in this next package, as well as multiple different other stimulus items, such as Social Security increases and additional benefits for Medicare. President Joe Biden says that the recent weak jobs report and the weak retail sales report makes it clear that we need more stimulus and we need to pass these next two packages and include as much as possible. There is now over 80 different lawmakers from the House and the Senate that are pushing for not just a fourth stimulus check, but for monthly recurring stimulus checks. There is already two different bills from the Democrats introduced. This bill in the House of Representatives that is for a one-time $2,000 stimulus check, then followed by $1,000 monthly recurring payments that would go until 1 year after the pandemic is declared over. So think at least 12 to 18 months. This is co-sponsored by Representative Rashida Tlaib and Representative Jayapal, who is the leader of the Democratic Progressive Caucus, which is about one half of the entire Democrats in the United States House of Representatives. So it's a very large group, and the leader is co-sponsored for this bill for $1,000 monthly stimulus checks. Now, the bill from the Senate that is co-sponsored by Senator Markey and Senator Elizabeth Warren, and is also in a letter signed to President Biden, is also signed by Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and Senator Bernie Sanders, are urging for $2,000 monthly stimulus checks. This particular bill from the U.S. Senate would go until the pandemic is declared over, which at best case scenario is expected to be the end of this year. So think at least 6 months of monthly stimulus checks. If you think monthly stimulus checks can't happen, well, they're already happening with the child tax credits that are already passed for 1 year in 2021. The IRS is going to start sending out these payments in monthly stimulus checks starting July 15th of $300 per month for the rest of the year for children under the age of 6, and monthly payments of $250 per month for children ages 6 through 17. For the first half of this year, you didn't receive those monthly payments, so you will receive that on this year's tax return next year as a one lump sum of $1,500 or $1,800. The Democrats also want to include an extension of these child tax credits or these monthly stimulus checks. That is, some people are calling government child support, $250 to $300 per month. They want to extend that to at least 2025 or even further in the next stimulus package. So as I said, monthly stimulus checks, at least for people with children and the person who claims them as a dependent, are already happening. The Democrats want to increase those payments to go out for at least 4 more years. And they want to include a monthly stimulus check for everybody else that hasn't yet qualified because they don't have children. Also, I want to show you guys this interesting little Wonka bar. Yes, it is real chocolate. I'm not going to open it, but there is real chocolate inside here. And yes, there is actually a golden ticket here. I will let you read that here. Yeah, very interesting. And it's the actual wording of the golden ticket in the movie. So I thought that was very interesting. It says, "Greetings to you, the lucky finder of this golden ticket from Mr. Willy Wonka. Present this ticket at the factory gates at 10 o'clock in the morning on the first day of October." So, hey, I got it in time. And do not be late. You may bring with you one member of your family, your own family, and only one, but no one else. In your wildest dreams, you could not imagine the marvelous surprises that await you. So yeah, I thought that was an interesting movie prop. As you know, I'm a big movie buff, and a lot of my props in the background are movie buffs or movie props, I should say. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, and hopefully you will receive a golden ticket this year as well with more stimulus money. Don't forget, there's also a lot of state programs besides those vaccine state programs. States are already starting to announce stimulus checks on the state level, the city level, the county level, and additional stimulus programs like that. I'll link you to a video that I just covered on that recently. But first, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates and join our family of subscribers. It's completely free to do so. This way you won't miss out on updates on all these new stimulus programs coming out. After subscribing, click the bell icon down below to all notifications to get reminder notifications when we go live with our shows, which is every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can click this video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video is the newest video where I go over the state stimulus checks, county stimulus programs, and city stimulus programs. There's already a lot starting. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.